his hamstring over the last couple of games, but apparently they want to take him out and give him a chance to rest. And Buljan has not had an opportunity to play that much this year, and he's an exceptional player from Yugoslavia, very good in that defensive sweeper position, and we may see a lot of him coming up and attacking if the opportunity presents itself the second half.
We'll check the lineup for the Napoli team as we start the second half. Here's Damiani moving forward quickly, looking for Pellegrini, who goes into the box. And it's knocked away by Erhard Kapp. And the youngster from the University of Connecticut has played well tonight. His side, the left side, has been bottled up.
He's bottled his player up all the time, and he even has taken opportunities to advance upfield, but he's always been back to cover his position and his player.
Here's Steve Wegerle now for the Cosmos. To J.C. Romero, number 7. Scoreless game early in the second half. Naskin saves it nicely over to Ricky Davis, 35 yards away, to Bogicevic. Romero looked for the chip to Canaglia, who might have been offside had he gotten the ball, and it's played by Napoli.
The referee let that play go on because obviously Napoli had possession of the ball and didn't call an offside, which would have been, in effect, given them a disadvantage.
Here's Romero, taken away by Antonio Crisomani, number 10, who gives to Vinazzani, number 8. This is Damiani, number 7. Still scoreless early in the second half of play. Damiani trying to make the move on Erhard Kapp. Kapp stays right with him. Good defensive play by the youngster.
He's doing everything right. He's keeping him keeping tight to his player. If his player does get possession of the ball, he's not letting him turn. He's closing him up very quickly and pushing him to the outside, which is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Here's Ruud Krol with the ball now. Good cross into the box. Steve Wegerle's after it for New York. 43-20 left in the second half. Here's Ricky Davis moving forward for New York.
If Coach Mazzei said anything to the Cosmos at halftime, I would think it would have had to do with movement off the ball, which was a little bit, which was missing somewhat in that first half, where when the player has the ball, he needs to have players moving off it to give him the opportunity to pass.
Here's Romero. Stevie Hunt. Chased down and cleared out by Armando Marino, number 3. Cosmos trying to set it up. 42-35 left in the second half. Bogicevic to Stevie Hunt. Chipped up into the air by Hunt. An offside call. No, they didn't call it. It's a goal. No offside. No offside, said the linesman. And J.C. Romero just came in on Castellini and chipped it home to make it 1-0.
That Napoli defense expected an offside call, and they didn't get it. Here we see J.C. Romero being congratulated. We see the chip here. The defense of Napoli stopping by the line, but that ball was played way before Romero went into the offside position. He brought it down nice and calm and puts it in the back of the net. And I've got to agree with the linesman and the referee on that play. It was not offside when the ball was played, which is, of course, the most important part of the offside rule. When the ball is played is important, and it winds up in the back of the net.
No doubt about it. Brussolati, who was right alongside of him, actually was closer to the goal by the time that ball was played. And Romero just kept coming. The Italian team said, we're going to get an offside call on this. They raised their hands, looked toward the linesman. The call did not come, and it shouldn't have come. And the Cosmos lead it by a score of 1-0.
I think what happened there, Spencer, they found themselves in a bad position defensively with Romero free and thought the only thing they could do is to try to go for an offside call, and they didn't get it.
Sometimes it will work. Sometimes an official will go, yeah, well, maybe, right, and blow the whistle. But not that time. Fortunately for the Cosmos, unfortunately for Napoli. There's Erhard Kapp, number 26, and the Cosmos have struck first after being thoroughly outplayed in the first half, and it's now a 1-0 game. Stevie Hunt and Johan Naskin come up with the assists on the goal by J.C. Romero at 47-33.
You have to give Romero a little bit of credit on that as well. He very calmly collected the ball and put it past the goalkeeper who was coming out.
Back quickly. That'll be a foul on Earhart Cap for a high on Ricky Davis, that is.
I think it was a handball on Earhart Cap on that. It just bounced off the turf and hit his hand, his outstretched hand, as he was covering Damiani.
Giuseppe Damiani, number 7. Let's watch it.
Here we'll see the play again. Damiani tries, he kicks it up, and just happened to hit Earhart Cap in the hand.
Inadvertent, but nevertheless a handball. We're back live again. Cosmos, Naskins shooting it to midfield. Controlled now by Armando Marino, number 3. Marino gets it over to Paolo Benedetti, and the foul goes on Naskins.
Now, Naskin's the type of player that he is. That's really his type of game. He's all over the place. He's a very physical player, and I think he's going to come out in the second half and show some of his stuff.
Here's Pellegrini trying to drop it off to Benedetti, taken away by Steve Hunt. Hunt for the Cosmos has trouble. Benedetti fires it wide. Paolo Benedetti had an opportunity but shot it wide. So we remain 1-0 Cosmos from Giant Stadium. More transatlantic Cup action right after this.
Fresh and clean as a whistle. That's Irish Spring. Fresh and clean as a whistle. Because Irish Spring's green and white stripes have 2 freshening deodorants. 2 deodorants for a fresher kind of clean.
And a fine, fresh scent.
So you're fresh and
Clean as a whistle.
Irish Spring deodorant soap gets you fresh and clean as a whistle.
Only this is real Swiss. From Switzerland, naturally.
Spencer Ross and Werner Roth back here at Giant Stadium on the USA Cable Network. 1-0 Cosmos. 38 minutes remaining in the second half. The Transatlantic Challenge Cup. J.C. Romero from Steve Hunt and Johan Naskins at 47-33 with the game's only goal thus far. Cosmos trying to move it out of their own zone. Wegerle moves it forward to Canaglia, taken back by J.C. Romero, and they are really challenging the ball now, Napoli. They're going after with 2 or 3 men at a time.
They're going after the ball. They're going after the players as well. They want to get back into this ball game. They thought they were robbed on that particular goal call. They thought it should have been an offside, and they're going to try to get back into this ball game.
And here they come. Here's Pellegrini. Oh, Palanca to Pellegrini. We're tied at 1.
A beautifully executed play. Pellegrini getting behind the Cosmos defense. As we see Palanca bring a beautifully timed ball right into Pellegrini's path, and he left foots it out of the air into the upper right-hand corner. Hubert Birkenmeyer was going the opposite way, had no chance. We see the pass over the Cosmos defense, and one time without any hesitation at all, Pellegrini put it right where he wanted to. Beautifully executed goal.
There's the leading scorer for Napoli, and he comes up with his only goal, the only goal thus far in the game for his side. We've got Earhart Cap injured on the field, and they're the fans of Napoli roaring their approval because we are all tied now at 1-1. And Earhart Cap is down on the field, 37:06 remaining in the second half of play. And Cap getting only his second start and in the lineup because of injuries to Bob Yarushi and Boris Bandov.
This would be a very unfortunate break for the youngster out of the University of Connecticut. Getting a chance to play is difficult enough on this team, so when you get an opportunity like this, you don't want to miss it by an injury. And of course, just the injury itself, hopefully it's nothing serious. Seems to be to his left ankle. He had a great first half, covering well defensively on Damiani and going up and helping out on the attack as well.
Now Boris Bandov will come into the lineup to replace Earhart Cap. Bandov hasn't exactly been 100% himself. physically.
Now, the whole Cosmos team has had a number of injury problems over the last couple of weeks in particular, and to some key players as well.
Cosmos have the ball. We're tied at 1-1 with under 37 minutes remaining in the second half of play.
Napoli really came alive after the Cosmos scored that goal, and it seemed almost like they were going 100 miles an hour until they finally equalized, which they did. Let's see if they can maintain that momentum.
It is swarming all over the ball. Here's Ricky Davis now for New York, giving to Bogicevic. This is Vandorf. Ivan Buljan, that is, number 22. So Buljan and Vandorf, the two Cosmos substitutes thus far. Stevie Hunt left puts this one way high, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for Napoli.
A nice pass by Buljan as we look at Erhard Kapp on the sideline nursing that bruised ankle. A beautiful pass by Buljan to Stevie Hunt. Stevie just couldn't do anything with it and tried to cross it into the middle, and of course went over the goal line.
That's a shame for the youngster. Erhard Kapp is 22 years of age, played his college soccer at the University of Connecticut, a #1 draft choice for the Cosmos.
Recommended by one Werner Ross.
That's right. Werner was the man who went out and scouted him when you were working for the Cosmos. Here's Pellegrini, and a save by Birkenmeyer.
Beautiful save by that man right there, #1, Hubert Birkenmeyer, came out and cut off the angle on Pellegrini, who just got to the beautifully centered ball and fired one.
Palanca going for it. Jeff Durgan beats him to the ball. And Palanca again. They're just swarming all over the ball, going right to where it is. Stevie Hunt comes forward for the Cosmos. On a 3-on-3, Giorgio Canaglia chasing it, but Castellini will come out and make an easy save.
As we see a groundskeeper over there picking some things off the field after that offside, that lack of offside call on the Cosmos goal. A number of the fans here showed their displeasure by rifling all sorts of debris out on the field.
One thing about the style of attack now for Napoli, the Italian style of attack they've gone into, they're moving everybody up forward on defense, and it does give the Cosmos, should they desire, an opportunity to counterattack, even more so.
Yes, they're looking to score another goal. They notice some kind of problem in the Cosmos defense. They've been a little lax in the first couple of minutes of the second half, and they're just trying to take advantage of it.
Well, here they come again. Damiani. Ricky Davis clears it out nicely. Chased down by Crisamani, #10, gives to Pellegrini. Claudio Pellegrini, #9. To Minizzani. And Palanca puts it into the box, and it's intercepted by J.C. Romero. We're tied at 1-1. Crisamani, #10. To #4, Paolo Benedetti. 33 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the second half. 1-1 tie. This is Damiani. And Ricky Davis is right there to clear it out for New York. And Ruud Krol comes up with it.
And Giorgio Canaglia's got his arms spread out saying, just try to control the ball and let's try to keep possession of it. That's one of the problems in these last few minutes, is that Napoli's had possession and the Cosmos haven't.
Stevie Hunt puts up what you'd call a 50-50 ball to nowhere. And Jeff Durgan comes up with it to Canaglia. This is Wegerle. And Giorgio says, let's move. Wegerle. The give and go back to Giorgio to Wegerle. This is Romero. Has trouble with the Crisamani. Bogicevic, bad ball.
You don't see many of those from the bogey man. He's right on target with most of his passes.
This is Paolo Benedetti, #4 for Napoli. And that'll be an offside call.
Well played by Jeff Durgan there. Noticing Palanca going for that run into space, just took a couple of steps forward, and it was an obvious offside.
32 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Here's Romero. And that foul goes against Crisamani, and an extra added push.
Crisamani's been on Romero for the last few minutes since he scored that Cosmos goal, and Romero saying to him, I'm going to get you back.
So Bogicevic from about 35 yards out will set up the free kick. Gives to Stevie Hunt. Canaglia. And Palanca comes up with the number 11 for Napoli. Ahead now to Claudio Vinizzani. And Vinizzani is taken down by Jeff Durgan, who picks up the foul.
Getting a feel of that Giant Stadium AstroTurf. It's not the greatest or most comfortable place to fall.
Beats Randall's Island.
Anything beats Randall's Island.
But it's tougher falling on this than on natural grass.
Oh, definitely. You get friction. You get friction burns just because of the artificial surface. And Randall's Island, even though it was a grass field that the Cosmos played on in 1976, it had grass and dirt and rocks and debris, and it was a pleasure just to come here and play.
Randall's Island, located right on the border between New York City, Manhattan, and Queens, near the Triborough Bridge in New York City, was the home of the Cosmos and numerous other teams through many years.
We've come a long way.
Yes. In fact, the light stanchions at that old field, a little bit of trivia, came from Ebbets Field in Brooklyn, where the Brooklyn Dodgers used to play. 30 minutes, 55 seconds remaining. Cosmos and Napoli all tied at 1 here in the opening game of the Transatlantic Cup. Here's J.C. Romero for New York. To Ricky Davis. Steve Wegerle. Back to Davis. Returns to Wegerle. Tries the cross. Nobody there except blue shirts. And it's taken down by Giuseppe Brusolati. 30 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Ahead to Pellegrini. Broken up by the Cosmos' Ivan Bullion. To Steve Wegerle. We're tied at 1-1. For the Cosmos, it was J.C. Romero and Pellegrini for Napoli, all in the second half.
The Cosmos doing well, maintaining possession here, doing what Napoli did in the first half quite a bit. Maintain possession and wait for your opportunities, and they'll come.
Romero, bad ball, stolen away by Paolo Benedetti, number 4. And this is Giuseppe Brusolati, number 2 for Napoli. Jeff Durgan. Good ball to Stevie Hunt. Hunt back there with Ferrario right with him. And Mario Ferrario, one of the top players in Italy. Selected to Italy's top 11 this year. Comes up with a good defensive play. Mentioned the youth on this Napoli team. Ferrario's 23. He's made 16 appearances with the national youth team of Italy. That's Marino, number 3. Here's Benedetti. He's only 21 years of age. Giuseppe Damiani, number 7. To Pellegrini. And Pellegrini has it broken up by Jeff Durgan. Ahead now to Bogicevic. Stevie Hunt with the ball with 28:45 remaining. We're tied. Cosmos 1, Napoli 1.
And when you talk about young players, we saw before Jeff Durgan, one of the youngest in the NASL, coming into the pros out of high school. And at 21, already a 3-year veteran.
And a good one. Jeff Davis. Jeff Durgan, that is, and Ricky Davis. A couple of good youngsters.
A pair of them, nice.
Yeah, you got it. Here's Palanca. Palanca, good left foot. Pellegrini, right out front. Damiani scores! Palanca to Pellegrini to Damiani, and it's 2-1.
What a beautiful play that was, Spencer. They split the Cosmos defense the whole length and breadth of the field as we see the long ball coming over by Palanca, and Pellegrini heading it first time right into the path of Damiani, who blasted past the diving Birkenmeyer. They just split that whole Cosmos defense from one end of the field to the other. First time Pellegrini over into the path of Damiani, who one-times it into the corner. A picture-perfect goal. You couldn't want it any beautiful.
Makes it 2-1. So the Cosmos have fallen behind for the first time tonight. And another substitute into the lineup for the Cosmos. He'll come into your picture right here. Number 12, Stevie Moyers is in. So it's 27-20 remaining in the second half of play. There you see the score. Napoli 2, Cosmos 1. This is the USA Cable Network. And Werner Roth back here at Giant Stadium. There's Richard Chinapoo, the youngster from Long Island University, who has broken into the Cosmo lineup, number 30, and he's in now. Giorgio Canaglia chasing. Raimondo Marino was able to clear it out. The Cosmos now have to play catch-up soccer. They are trailing by a score of 2-1. Trailing for the first time in this game after J.C. Romero scored for New York early in the second half. It was Pellegrini and then Damiani for Napoli.
The Cosmos, they've been in this game all along, have created a number of opportunities in these last few minutes, so they really shouldn't worry. They've got enough time with 25 minutes to go. They try to put a little more firepower in that forward line with that man right there, number 12, Steve Moyers, and with number 30, Richard Chinapoo. So Professor Mazzei is looking to get a little bit more firepower into that forward line.
Steve Moyers came over to the Cosmos in the dispersal draft from the California Surf, and he has been a welcome addition. Here's Jeff Durgan for New York. This is Stevie Hunt. The head to Naskins, number 13. This is Chinapoo, number 30. Naskins. Canaglia, broken up by Marino. Moyers brings it back to Romero. Romero has trouble with Vinazzani, and Claudio Vinazzani, number 8, takes it away and drops it back for Giuseppe Bussolati.
Just too many bodies in the back there, Spencer. Napoli bringing their players right behind the ball when they lose possession and just bottlenecking the dangerous area in front of that Napoli goal.
Well, plenty of time remaining for the Cosmos. 24 minutes and 10 seconds, but it is a 2-1 game in favor of Napoli. And two beautiful goals by the Napoli team. This is Steve Hunt for New York. To Naskins. Naskins ships it forward to Canaglia. Romero fired it wide. J.C. Romero was deflected wide of the net, and a pretty setup out in front. It'll be a corner for the Cosmos.
A beautiful setup, Spencer. As pretty as anything we've seen tonight. Neeskins seeing Canaglia right in the middle. A beautiful pass. Giorgio first times it into Romero's feet, and he just couldn't get the shot on goal.
On the corner kick, it's knocked over the line by Moreno Ferrario, and I believe it'll be another corner coming up for the Cosmos.
The defensive ability of the Napoli team really taking its toll here on the Cosmos attack.
Here's Romero with the corner, and Castellini got his hand on it. Goes back to Romero, and it's broken up by Cristamani, number 10. 2-1, Napoli out in front, and Pellegrini couldn't control it. The amazing thing about this Napoli team, well, you see their forwards, their strikers, moving back and playing as much defense as they do.
Oh, yeah, they play a total style of soccer where the forwards as well as the midfielders and defenders, when they have possession, they're all attacking. When they don't have possession, they're all defending.
Jeff Durgan fed it ahead to Romero, comes to Naskins, and now Stevie Hunt, number 17. That's Boris Bandoff, and it's put over the line. It'll be a throw-in coming up for New York. 22 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. 2-1, Napoli out in front. Here's Canaglia with a header. Vinazzani puts it up into the air, and now Damiani clears it forward, and the Cosmos will chase it down. This is Ricky Davis. Ivan Bullion. Romero, Chinapoo, he's onside. Good move by Chinapoo, but it's finally broken up. Romero, goal!
This crowd has woken up for the Cosmos as well, as we see Richard Chinapoo chesting that ball beautifully, taking it inside, not being able to get the shot off, and the ball ricocheting out to J.C. Romero at the top of the box, who just fires a left-footed right in The left side of Castellini could never get his hands on it. Right over Giorgio Canaglia's head as well, and the goalkeeper might have been blocked a little bit by Giorgio, but he never had a chance for it.
Julio Cesar Romero. Julio Cesar Romero with the second goal of the night, and the Cosmos have tied it at 2-2.
This has been an up-and-down ball game now, Spencer. It's open to any team. Each team could win this, and both of them want to win it. This is going to be a great remainder of the game here.
We're tied at 2-2. Here's Damiani. Pellegrini went for it and headed over the line beautifully by the New York Cosmos, Jeff Durgan.
There's been a buildup of intensity throughout this whole game. One team shooting and scoring as in response to the other team, and really the playmaking going the same way. When one team plays well, the other team plays just as well and even better.
Here's Polanco with the corner. And it's headed over the line by Ivan Buljan. It'll be another corner kick coming up. They'll do it from the other side. There's Ivan Buljan, number 22. Chinifu gets the assist on that goal at 68-13.
It wasn't really the type of assist that someone should get, because he was taking a shot and it really ricocheted off the defender.
Here's the corner. Benedetti goes for it. It comes over to Naskins. Ahead to Canaglia. This is Romero. Gives back to Giorgio. Looking at from field level. Canaglia to Romero. And JC loses control of the ball on a good sliding tackle by Claudio Vinizzani. We're tied at 2-2 in the opening game of the Transatlantic Challenge Cup. All the scoring here in the second half, and it has indeed been exciting. Here's Claudio Giuseppe Damiani, number 7. To Pellegrini. Pellegrini trying to move around Buljan. Buljan has the ball. Pellegrini says, hey.
He thought it was held by Buljan, but he might have been, but Buljan really did a nice defensive play there, cutting off the pass, getting to the ball before Pellegrini.
Also might have held him a little.
He might have held him a little.
Richard Chinifu chasing the ball along with Paolo Benedetti, number 4. And this is Giuseppe Brussolati, number 2. We're tied at 2-2 with 18 minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
It's really good to see both teams really playing a skillful attacking type of soccer in the second half, and both teams creating a number of goal-scoring opportunities.
Here's Giorgio Canaglia to J.C. Romero. Good ball to Steve Boyers. Boyers try to put it back into the box. Now crosses it to Canaglia, who heads it wide with a little flick. So with 17:59 remaining in the second half, we're tied at 2 for our local system. We'll pause now. You're watching the Transatlantic Challenge Cup on the USA Network. There you see the scoreboard. Napoli 2, Cosmos 2, 17:49 remaining. Series continues tomorrow night in Chicago with the Nacional team from Uruguay going against the Soccer Bowl champions, the Chicago Sting. And we have some substitutions coming into the lineup now.
Both number 10 Krishamani and number 11 Polanco, Polanco in particular, who's been a big part of the attacking game of Napoli here, have gone out of the game.
Gaetano Musella, number 14, comes into the lineup. And we'll check the other substitute. There's Damiani leaving. But Musella is in there along with Enrico Maniero. Maniero wears number 16. And Musella wears number 14. Spencer Ross and Werner Roth back here at Giant Stadium. We're tied at 2-2. Couple of substitutions in the lineup for Napoli. Number 14, Gaetano Musella, and number 16, Enrico Maniero, are into the lineup.
Giorgio Canaglia not really getting many opportunities to shoot on goal in the second half and really being frustrated a bit by it.
This is Steve Hunt, number 17. Chips it ahead and cleared out nicely by Ferrario. And here comes Paolo Benedetti for Napoli. Benedetti, number 4. 16:45 remaining. Vinazzani. And Ricky Davis will chase it down and watch it go over the line, and it'll be a goal kick coming up.
Napoli not really getting too worried about the situation here with the score tied. They've been creating a number of scoring opportunities. They're sort of just laying back. They don't want the Cosmos to score another goal here or to get many opportunities, and they're going to take their chances when they come.
Tied at 2. Canaglia tried to weed it through the defense to Naskins, and it's broken up, and it comes ahead now to Pellegrini. Pellegrini moves it forward, but nobody there except Hubert Birkenmeyer.
He thought number 14, Musala, was a lot quicker than he really is. As we look at Professor Mazzei coaching from the sideline here. Giorgio trying to create a little bit more movement off the ball by Chinipu.
And Ruud Krol comes up with it now. Remember, this game, when it ends, there will be no overtime should we be tied. In fact, last year in the final game was a 3-3 tie between the Cosmos and Seattle. But based on total goals scored, the victory went to Seattle. All they needed was a tie in the final game. So this is a round-robin tournament. You get 2 points for a win, 1 point for a tie. And if you're tied at the end of the tournament, the team with the greatest goal differential turns out to be the champion.
So there is some incentive to get on that scoreboard and to score as many goals as possible.
And a tie is not like someone once said, like kissing your sister in this game. It counts, and it could be instrumental in providing you with a championship.
That's for sure. You know, it's wonderful to watch the individual skill of the Napoli players here and the deliberateness with which they attack and defend. And I think one of the things that Giorgio brought out is that it's this kind of a game and this kind of skill and this kind of ability that really also brings the best out of the Cosmos team.
Oh, your adrenaline flows when you play in a team of this caliber.
As we noticed there, Boris Bandorf having a little trouble with that high pass.
And the professor not very happy about it. Professor Julio Mazzei, the head coach of the New York Cosmos. 14 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. We're tied, 2-2. Cosmos led it 1-0. Napoli scored twice, and then J.C. Romero with the second goal of the night tied it at 2-2. All the scoring here in the second half. Here's Ruud Krol, number 5. Taken by Steve Hunt. Tipped back to center where it's played by Ferrario. Here's Ferrario. Try to get it through Stevie Hunt. He could not. Musella, number 14, drops it back for Marino. This is Mariano, just into the lineup, number 16, making a good individual rush to Birkenmeyer with a big save. Good save by Birkenmeyer on Maniero. We remain tied at 2 for our local systems. We'll pause now. You're watching the Transatlantic Cup on the USA Network.
National sports, so call for the latest reports. Oh, we're talking national sports, and we got it all. 900. What a wonderful call. 900-976-1313. 900.
At 50 cents a call, you can know all the scores.
Dial-it. We're talking to you.
Toyota presents a truck that gives you the feeling.
The feeling that you got your money's worth.
The Toyota Standard truck with the biggest engine in its class, with 100 horses of pulling power, 1,400 pounds of carrying power. This Toyota truck was built to last.
And mister, there's a real comfortable ride built into this truck.
Now you got the feeling.
Somebody did it right.
Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Spencer Ross and Werner Roth here at Giant Stadium. 12 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Exciting Transatlantic Challenge Cup soccer here on the USA Cable Network. Game number 1, the Cosmos and Napoli all tied at 2-2. And Palanca will put it into play on the free kick here for Napoli.
Very dangerous situation. A lot of the tall Napoli defenders coming up and going to try to take advantage of this particular situation. Of course, Palanca can put it on a dime.
He had a great first half. He fires this one at Birkenmeyer. Just punched it over the net.
Very surprised shot. Everybody lining up and looking as if they were expecting. Here we see Palanca firing the rocket on goal. Birkenmeyer just getting to it and deflecting it over the goal. And it was a collision inside the penalty area, and one of the Napoli players is down. Here we see Palanca firing that shot instead of crossing it, which everybody expected, and I'm sure even Hubert expected that cross, and he did very well to get to the ball and save it.
That's Paolo Benedetti, number 4. Seems to have injured his left ankle. Want to remind you, it's down to the final game of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series. It's the defending title holders, the New York Arrows, battling it out with last year's runners-up, the St. Louis Steamers. And you'll see that game immediately following tonight's Transatlantic Challenge Cup contest between the Cosmos going at it here with Napoli. Here's the corner. Isella, save, Birkenmeyer, rebound goes wide. Pellegrini had the opportunity. Birkenmeyer made the initial save, and in the second attempt, it was fired high.
Neeskens really making a bad defensive error there, staying on that goal line when he should have come out. Here we see it again, the whole team, the ball coming out past the penalty area, being headed back in. Everybody in the Cosmos defense was out except for Neeskens, who was on the goal line, and luckily Birkenmeyer saved that shot by Pellegrini.
Back live, the Cosmos counterattacking, and they'll get a corner kick. Hubert Birkenmeyer comes up big once again for the New York Cosmos.
As he's been doing in a number of games this season, Spencer.
Here's Chinapoo with 10.5 remaining. We're tied. Cosmos 2, Napoli 2. J.C. Romero chips it forward for Chinapoo. The rookie from Long Island University gives back to Romero, who scissor kicks it into the box. Moyers goes for it. Neeskens comes in. Moyers again. This is Canalia. Oh! Incredible goal, Giorgio!
Unbelievable. And this crowd is going bananas. A typical Canalia goal. You see the ball bouncing. Giorgio with his back to the goal swings that powerful right foot of his and unstoppable in the upper right-hand corner.
Hold on. We may have had an offside call. And Giorgio is irate.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that there was an offside on this particular play because the ball was bouncing all over. Napoli seems to have their whole team in the defense. And you've got two extremely unhappy individuals right there. It was a beautiful effort by Giorgio to get to that ball. Here we see them firing.
Where is there an offside?
And the last defender there looked like he kept everybody offside. The only possibility was Steve Moyers, who was out towards the left, but it didn't even seem that he was offside. So we've got a different look at it from up here than the referee or linesman down on the field.
Well, we remain tied at 2. A controversial call deprives the Cosmos of the lead. Here's Romero. 9 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. We're still tied at 2, and what appeared to be a 3-2 Cosmo lead has been nullified in an offside goal, and a picture book goal by Giorgio the Great.
Unbelievable. And really to have a goal like that nullified, if it would have been a normal tap in the corner type of thing, you wouldn't even mind halfway. But a beautiful, beautiful game winner. To have that nullified hurts even more.
Yeah, that's one for the highlight film, no doubt about it. Here's Palanca now. Swept away nicely by Ricky Davis. And here's Chinapoo to Romero. Cosmos all tied at 2. J.C. Romero has both goals to Canaglia. Giorgio, good ball to Romero. Romero will cross it back to Giorgio, but it's headed over the line by Ferrario, and it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Cosmos. Giorgio fell on his back right near the goal line, and it's slow in getting up, but he received some assistance from goalkeeper Luciano Castellini.
The Cosmos creating some goal-scoring chances. They're getting behind the Napoli defense with the wingers and putting the ball into the middle.
Ivan Buljan had trouble with that corner kick, and it's taken back by Paolo Benedetti, who drops it back to his goalkeeper. We're tied at 2 with 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second half of play. Here's Claudio Vinizzani, number 8. Gaetano Musella, number 14. And drop back now to Raimondo Marino, number 3. Number 6 is Ferrario. And 5, Ruud Krol, 80 appearances for the Dutch national team. This is Palanca. Musella. Comes right into the box, and it's taken by Chinapoo, but we got an offside call on Napoli as we look at Johan Neeskens. And the Cosmos will put it into play with 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Well, an unexpected gift from the referees to Napoli of Italy in this last couple of minutes of the game here. I think Napoli will walk away from this game happy with a tie.
They weren't about to argue that there should have been an offside call. On Romero's first goal, they argued. Romero broke in, and the Napoli players realized they were beating. They raised their hands looking for an offside that didn't come. This time, nobody expected it. Here's Stevie Hunt now for New York. He watches it go over the line, and we're going to throw it for the New York Cosmos. Tied at 2. 6:25 remaining. Richard Chinapoo on the throw-in for New York.
Cosmos really in the last 10 minutes spent most of that time down at this end of the field.
Stevie Hunt with the left footer. And it comes back to Chinapoo. Cleared back by Brusolati. And that'll be a foul on the Cosmos, Johan Neeskens. With 5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining, we're tied at 2 for our local systems. Let's pause now. You're watching the Transatlantic Challenge Cup on the USA Network. 5 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. We're tied at 2-2. And this crowd still has not gotten over that call that took away the goal from Giorgio Canaglia, which would have given the Cosmos a 3-2 lead.
It was interesting, speaking about the crowd, Spencer, they came into this game heavily favoring Napoli, and then with the good play of the Cosmos developing, they turned out to be a fairly partisan crowd here, rooting both teams on.
Both teams are being cheered on, no doubt about it. Here's Ricky Davis. Moyers goes for it, but it's cleared out. Moyers picks up the foul, and the ball will belong to Napoli.
If there's anyone they're not rooting for, it's the referee.
Absolutely not. I think even the Napoli fans are breathing a sigh of relief and realize that they received a break. Gaetano Musella, number 14. Play continues with 4 minutes, 38 seconds remaining, and the Cosmos on the move. Canaglia put it a little too far ahead of himself, and it's put over the line by Marino Ferrario, and it'll be a throw-in coming up for New York. Immediately following tonight's contest, stay tuned for the 5th and deciding game of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship between the New York Arrows and St. Louis Steamers. Al Trotwick and Kyle Rote Jr. will be there to bring it all to you. And it should be an exciting one, as every game of that series has been thus far. 4 minutes even remaining. We're tied at 2-2.
Napoli doesn't seem to be much in in a hurry to build up this game. They seem to be satisfied with maintaining possession of the ball and disallowing the Cosmos an opportunity to attack.
3:45 remaining. Johan Neeskens with it, giving it ahead now to Giorgio Canaglia.
And there's a very determined player at this point.
He wanted one, as he said at the top of the show. He'd love to get one against his countrymen, and he thought he had it. And to say he was disturbed would be a mild understatement. Another offside as Russello was looking for Pellegrini. Once again, Jeff Durgan stepped forward, and a good play by Jeff.
Yes, very good. Pellegrini about 5 yards offsides on that play.
Here's Steve Moyers. He's onside, colliding with Ruud Krol, and we'll get a corner kick coming up 40 yards. Some of the crowd hoping perhaps for a foul, but on a close play like that, they're not going to call it at this stage of the game.
No, it's going to have to be pretty flagrant for the referee to call a penalty.
Romero with the corner. I don't believe anybody touched it, so it will be a goal kick coming up for Napoli. .241 remaining. Here's Ruud Krol. Richard Chinapoo after him. Ahead now to Paolo Benedetti, number 4. Here's Benedetti. Try to drop it in front to Bucciolati, and it's broken up by the Cosmos. Bullion. Here's Chinapoo. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. J.C. Romero. Ivan Bullion. Ricky Davis. Chinapoo. Back to Davis. The chip for Moyers. He's got it set. And a save as Castellani came out. But it will be, I believe, a corner kick coming up for New York.
A beautiful chip pass by Ricky Davis right into the path of Moyers. He just had about a few yards to put it into the penalty area, right over the defender's head, and just a bit too far for Moyers to get to.
Back live off the corner kick. It's headed over the line by Steve Moyers. No, check it. It is off a Napoli player. It'll be a corner for the Cosmos.
And Giorgio wanting to get that ball back into play.
Time running out. Good corner. And just touched. And over the line it goes. Castellini got his hands up. The clock ticking away. 1:09 remaining. Cosmos now with their 11th corner kick. Here's Stevie Hunt. Save Castellini. Remember, immediately following this game, stay tuned for the final game of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championships. The New York Arrows going against the St. Louis Fever, direct from the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. Arrows going for their 4th straight Bissell Championship. Here's Pellegrini. Here's foul from behind by Ricky Davis. Good time to take a foul.
It was the only thing to do at that point. Pellegrini was past him. Ricky, instead of taking him down with a sliding tackle that might have hurt one or both of the players, he just nonchalantly grabbed him by the shirt.
Here's Musella with a free kick, chased by Benedetti and taken by Chinapoo with 30 seconds remaining. 28. Chinapoo. Long ball for Moyers. He is onside, and it's deflected over the line. It's going to be a Cosmo throw-in. Marino was the last to touch. 16 seconds remaining.
A beautiful ball by Chinapoo, trying to get the ball as far advanced into the Napoli defense as possible with a long pass to Moyers.
The throw in, Ricky Davis puts it in front, and it's headed over the line with 9 seconds remaining. 8. The clock is ticking down. A corner kick coming up for the Cosmos. 3, 2, that should be it. On the corner, it's headed back out, and the whistle sounds, ending 90 minutes of incredible soccer. But there is an upset man because he thought he had the winner, and he has not forgotten. Giorgio Canaglia. They took the game winner away from him on an offside call late in the game on a beautiful right foot shot that he got by the goalkeeper Luciano Castellini, but it ends in a 2-all tie.
But an exciting game for 90 minutes, and even though with 1 or 2 unfortunate calls, the game was beautiful to watch, Spencer.
So the final score in Game 1 of the third annual Transatlantic Challenge Cup, the Cosmos 2, Napoli 2. We'll be back for some final words right after this.
Camera! Check!
Twice for the Cosmos. The second time ties the game at 2. Pellegrini and Damiani for this fine team. Napoli from Italy in a 2-2 final. In a controversial end with Giorgio Canaglia putting on what appeared to be the game winner. The goal nullified on an offside call. So that does it for game number 1 in the Transatlantic Challenge Cup, and we've got lots more exciting soccer action coming your way in the TACC right here on the USA Cable Network. The final score once again, the New York Cosmos 2 and Napoli 2.